the Archbishop's secretary, is a Father Michael Indichu, and he went totally viral with this clip that was aired not only all around Africa, it also made it to the US and other countries. Take a look.
When we judge by our conscience, if a government, any government at a given time, enact rules that are against three things which are highlighted in the Catechism of the Catholic Church. One, if the laws are contrary to moral order, we are not obliged to obey such government. If the government enacts laws that are against the fundamental rights of a human person, the dignity of human person, me and you as Christians, we are not obliged to obey such kind of government. And the third instance or circumstance is when any government at any time enact the laws that are against the teaching of the gospel, we are not obliged to obey such government. There is no way when the government will come and enact the laws against human life, the sacredness of human life, and say it is right to do abortions, it is right to do euthanasia, and so on, to do the cloning, and so on, we have no moral obligation to obey such government. When we are being forced, or any government can force us, for us to receive aid and development projects, we must agree to support the Western ideologies that are abhorred by our Christian teaching, our African culture. We cannot be able, because they goes against the teaching of gospel, and that become morally repugnant, and we are not obliged to obey such. Those who enact such laws, they carry the image of God. They are not God themselves. They need to obey the natural law, the divine law, as has been stipulated by God himself.
So I spoke with Father Ndichu if he could give us a few more details on just what he meant. Listen to this.
So I'm Father Michael Ndichu from the Catholic Archdiocese of Nairobi, and I work as Administrative Secretary for the Archdiocese and also for the Archbishop of Nairobi. During this time of Advent, we continue to thank God as we prepare ourselves for the birth of our Lord Jesus, and most importantly is to prepare our hearts that we can receive Him wholly in our hearts, and accepting and preparations should also help us to live a very good Christian life. One of the challenges that we're experiencing at this point in the history of humanity is a challenge to the family. We know the family is the basic cell of any society. Without good family, there is no good society, there is no good church as such. And therefore it is always important to go back to the family, the way God intended it to be. Is a gift that He has bequeathed to us as a human race. And therefore we need to defend human family, the dignity of human family, and appreciate family as a gift. We all know that we have come from family. When we do away with the family, we do away with the society at large, and even refuse the gift that God has given us. There are so many challenges that are emanating or coming up against the family, and this needs to be fought with the strongest way possible. One of the threats to the Christian family today is the issue of LGBTQ+, which is, for me, a dissertation of Christian family and a Christian marriage. From the very beginning, we know we are all created imago Dei, in the image and the likeness of God, and we need to value that image in us, that image of God in us, and appreciate that gift He has given to us. Yes, there are people who are advocating for the right of such groups, but I can only say we can only claim right to be a healthy society. The WHO defined what a human right is. And there is no way you can claim a right to be sick and say that is a human right. LGBTQ plus and such ideologies, for me, they are antithesis to human family. They do not advocate any value, and actually they are abomination to the plan of God for creation.